Okay, this is a letter to the President of the United States. Dear President Obama, as a citizen of the United States of America, whose son Casey died in Iraq, allegedly protecting his country against terrorism in an invasion that was based on lies and destruction, I call on you to free the 5 Cuban anti-terrorists, 4 of whom are still incarcerated in U.S. prisons. The 5th, René González, was released last October from Mariana Prison in Florida after serving his full unjust sentence, having been found guilty on charges of conspiracy based on a legally flawed court hearing in Miami. René is also a citizen of the U.S. and was entitled to a fair trial with an unprejudiced jury, a situation that was impossible for him to have in that city. Roberto González, René's only sibling and an important member of the Cuban Five legal team, is gravely ill with cancer in a Havana hospital. Although René has served his unjust sentence of more than 13 years in U.S. prison, as a punitive measure, he is being forced to serve a further 3 years probation in the United States. As a result, he is unable to be with his brother at this critical time unless he receives special permission to do so. His attorney, Phil Horowitz, has filed an emergency court petition requesting permission for René to return to Cuba for only 2 weeks to visit his brother in the hospital. The petition states, quote, over the past nearly 5 months since his release from incarceration, the defendant has faithfully complied with each and every condition of his supervised release, end quote. Horowitz says, quote, the motion that is being filed is not unusual. It is common for a defendant to seek court permission on an emergency basis to travel internationally for health concerns of a family member, end quote. We urge you, President Obama, I urge you, President Obama, to immediately allow René to travel to Cuba for 2 weeks as a humanitarian gesture. René is also suffering the absence of his wife Olga, who he hasn't seen since he was in prison nearly 14 years ago, because U.S. immigration will not give Olga a visa to travel to Miami to see him. This is also a tragic situation that needs to be addressed. You have the power, Mr. Obama, to grant permission for the Cuban Five to return home to Cuba where they belong. You have the power, Mr. President, to make sure that Olga gets a visa to enter the U.S. to see her beloved husband, René. You have the power, Mr. President, to make sure that René González goes to Havana for 2 weeks to see his dying brother. For the sake of humanity, Mr. Obama, exercise that power. Cindy Sheehan. Now we will try to take it over there.
Obama, you can free the Cuban Five. Obama, you can free the Cuban Five.
I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm in Stockholm, Sweden. This is my embassy. It's there for U.S. citizens. Apparently, this is not a U.S. citizen, and he's telling me that I can't go up to my own embassy. So can I go to the office and ask them if they can take this?
Yeah, you can go to the office, but still, since this is demonstration, this could seem like an extension of the demonstration, and your place to demonstrate is over there, and they told you that you can't receive, they can't receive your letter, so that's it.
I thought that these were democracies and the place to demonstrate was everywhere. That we had that right as living in democracies, and that's U.S. soil, and we're supposed to be able to have the right to demonstrate anywhere, not just where they tell us we can demonstrate.
Yes, in a way, but that still is not a permitted demonstration.
Well, well, I guess that's Sweden, but this is the United States right here, right?
That's a permitted demonstration.